you will do one of two things. You will either step forward into your growth or step back into your safety. That's a quote from Abraham Maslow that absolutely blew my mind, and you should give some time to let marinate. Now, the context on which I will apply that and the message for today is that this is the most frustrated I've ever been in my life, especially and particularly on my self-improvement journey. And I know why, which I think can apply to you. And I also understand how to get over it. And we will leverage Maslow's quote and step into our growth, not back into our safety. So consider this, that you, like me, are either well into a self-improvement journey or just beginning. Either way it applies. In this self-improvement journey, you're lined up and locked in to do everything you need to do to grow. And you're focusing in all areas and aspects: physical, mental, spiritual, intellectual, financial. You want to be the dopest you in all areas. Boom, you go. You establish a routine. You know what you do from the moment you get up to the minute you go to sleep. And everything in and about what you do in that time frame is all about your growth. It's all about self-improvement. You follow all the rules. You follow all the messages. You have all the detail. You're gaining some more willpower. You're gaining some more discipline. You're gaining some more focus. You're improving. You are stepping into your growth, not back into your safety. Now, inevitably, you will become conflicted, as I am today, and which has left me in a massively frustrated space. But we will step forward. Here's an analogy I'm going to use. It involves my son, little G. He's growing, as boys do as they get older. And because of that, he needed new clothes. He needed new drip, as he would say. And because of where he's at in his growth, he needed to go one size up. Now, I knew this was going to cause conflict because I know how he is and I know how he likes his drip to fit. But he has to go a size up because the current clothes he's wearing, the pants look like he's preparing for a flood, and the shirts are starting to go up way past the wrist towards the forearm, and the neck area is real snug, almost like it's choking him. Think about that. So now there's some safety in that. The clothes fit. It's what he's used to wearing. They're very snug. But clearly he hasn't realized he needs some space to grow. So we get the next size, and I prepare myself because this has happened each and every time he's become conscious about his life and every time he's gotten some clothes that need to go up. Clothes come try them on. All he'll do is try on one pair of pants and one sweater. That's it. You can have 40 shirts, 40 pants, doesn't matter. He's going to try on one of each and go away. He doesn't really like the experience. Puts on the pants, puts on the sweater, and he's just standing there. And he goes from looking like he's choking, looking like he's restricted and preparing for a flood, to drowning. It's a little bit big. He doesn't like this. It's as uncomfortable, but just in a different way. And my message to him was simple. Dude, you've outgrown your other clothes. These are bigger for you because it's offering you room to grow. Why does that matter for you and I? And the frustration I clearly feel, and I think I broke as I'm speaking to you right now. When you began your self-improvement journey, it was like you went one size up in everything. Wherever you were in your physical, you started to make some physical moves, whether it was a walk, a run, lift, calisthenics, eating better, etc. You wanted to get new skills. You got into some deep work. You started reading a book, maybe attending some seminars, watching some YouTube videos. You started to get a little bit better, and there was room to grow. Professionally, you went to your boss and you asked for that promotion or what it would take to get that promotion. Maybe you changed your job. There's room to grow. You achieve some success. Your conversations with God changed. Your conversations with the people around you. Everything changes. Everything changes. And when you just start and embark on that endeavor and that journey, the room to grow doesn't feel that uncomfortable because you've identified that you're restricted, you're choking, and you're probably in a flood. And at some point, it stopped feeling safe. So the only obvious thing for you to do was go forward and grow. That's what happens when you first start. And what if you're like me and you're feeling some frustration because you've put on much bigger clothes in every area of your life to the point where now you're once again restricted. You have a massively disciplined morning routine. You're in the best shape of your life. You're as smart as you've ever been. You're as connected to your relationships as you've ever been, to yourself, to God, your spouse, your children, your friends, your community, your professionals, your colleagues, all that stuff. You got your side hustle, your side work, maybe even pulling a couple of dollars. You've expanded, you've grown, you've seen progress and success. And you've been doing this and repeating it for years and years and years to the point where it becomes your routine. It's predictable. You can do it without thinking about it. And lo and behold, you look yourself in the mirror and there's no room left to grow in your improvement journey. How could that be? Because there's always room to improve. The reality is the emotional journey of continuing to expand and broaden your levels, because there's always many levels, is that you have exceeded the growth, you have achieved a level of success, and you are in danger of keeping that and stepping back into it for your safety. Either because you fear that if you let it go, it'll just dissipate and evaporate and go somewhere into the deep dark, never to return. Or you're once again intimidated, scared, and worried about growing a little bit more because of everything it's taking you to grow to this point. And you're looking like, I got to go do more of what? Maybe you're looking around and the people you who have helped you get to this journey to where you're at, who have been vital and critical and helpful, maybe even have helped mentor you. Without them, you couldn't get to this place. What if they no longer offer you anything for the next level? What if they too are restricting you? And none of this is intentional. None of this is malicious. None of this is what the world is trying to put against you to stop you or want you to be restricted. It's the reality of the self-improvement process. And if you begin to become emotionally conflicted, if you become to feel as if you're restricted, if you start to see that you're frustrated even in your success, it's because you've outgrown your current growth and you need to find room to grow some more. So that might once again mean you need a new professional room. You need a new relational room. Maybe you've gone so deep into the dark, you've blocked everything out. And now you got to re-enter back into society as your changed, elevated version and watch the impact it has. Maybe there's a new community you need. Maybe it's an online community or a literal community. There's something you need to do to go from being restricted and tight and choking into the area of drowning where you can barely keep your head above water, knowing that you once again need to reestablish, refocus, reprioritize the level of effort, skill, determination, and will to step into your next growth. The self-improvement evolution doesn't have a limit. It proceeds and goes on into eternity. You can think of it as always adding one. You can go 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 + 1 until you pass out and die. Don't leave yourself in a situation where you step back into safety and subtract from the gain you've made, when all you really got to do is continue to step forward to grow, regardless of the discomfort, regardless if it doesn't fit at first, regardless if there's many more unknowns and variables than ever there have been before, and regardless of the emotional impact it has on you, the frustration, the agony, the stress, the pain, the overwhelm you've already experienced, or you need to experience to have the growth you deserve. Change your mind, change your life. I am who I say I am. Do you and stay rich.